All right, folks, good afternoon. Happy Friday. Nadia Touch here. Why am I feeling guilty? It's the name of the topic for us today, and I'm going to share real quick this video into Friends and Health Facebook group. It is a free group. Now we are private, but it is free. Just knock the door and we'll let you in. This group is for daily motivation and inspiration in your wellness journey. So if you know someone who needs the daily inspiration and motivation, please do invite them to Friends and Health. I am looking for it right now, and let's dive into the conversation. Why am I feeling guilty? What is this all about? By the way, if you like topics like this, go ahead and subscribe to my email updates. I'm going to put the link underneath. And also I upload them to the YouTube channel, The Natural Power 100. Why am I feeling guilty? I'm actually taking this topic from what I hear from my clients and including my own life. So let's see if you experience this as well. I'm actually talking about the self-care guilt. Ooh, you probably hear quite a bit that you gotta take care of yourself, especially right now. We are all still behind the doors. We have time to take care of ourselves. Let's eat better, let's exercise at home and do all that. And no matter where you are, whether you're home or outdoors, when you start or maybe in the process of doing all the right things, once in a while this weird, ugly feeling of guilt comes up. Who's familiar with that? Where is it from? Why is it there? And even worse, sometimes other people putting guilt on me. What in the world is that? I'm holding myself from using French words. Why am I feeling guilty when I'm doing the right things of taking care of myself? In fact, so here's an example from just a couple of days ago conversation. I am putting my running shoes on to go for a walk because that's what I committed to do. And I see my husband looking at me and I know there's a possibility to spend time together. And I'm slowly putting my shoes on, starting to feel guilty, starting to doubt, what am I supposed to be doing right now? Do I go for a walk and feeling guilty that I didn't give quality time to my loved one? Or I spend this quality time with my loved one and I feel guilty for not taking care of myself. That's kind of a vicious cycle, guilt anyway. So who is there? What kind of guilt that you might have been experiencing? Here's another one. I think this will be my case. It's evening time. Evening time is for me and my family. I have very limited time what I can do this evening. I worked a little too long, did something else, and I only know I have about 1 hour. And I have a choice whether I love taking warm baths in the evening. It will take time. And I only can do one thing this evening. Or I choose spending time with my kids, watching TV, because that's what they love. I have to choose between these two, and guess what? If I choose taking a warm bath, for myself, I'll feel guilty not spending quality time with my children. If I spend quality time with my children, I'll feel guilty for not taking care of myself. Ooh. Or I sit at the table with them, they eat pizza, pasta, whatever kids eat, and I feel guilty eating something else because I don't like to eat bread, I eat salad. Who is experiencing what guilt? Who is here? Who is watching? Why am I feeling guilty? Anybody knows the answer? Well, knowing the answer is one thing, so what do you do about that? So let's talk about these two variations of guilt. And there's a couple of tips into each one of them. Thank you. So imagine, especially if you're tapping into a new action, new habit, new activity, new routine, however you call it, something new, that your body, specifically I'm talking about your brain, is not yet used to it. Your body, your brain knows what it knows. It knows what has been done before. It knows the past. It knows the memories. It knows what you have been doing. If you introduce something new, guess what your brain is going to do? What is that? What are you doing to me? This is new. You've been surviving all these years doing that. Why are you doing shoes and outside? What? Something new, your own sense of guilt shows up. And it's just the automatic brain's response to something new. Guess what? New is uncomfortable. New is a challenge. There's a struggle in the challenge. We don't like it. The brain doesn't like it. So the natural, automatic, unfortunately, response of the guilt is there. In the case you hear guilt from someone else towards you, yes, it's been in my case, you go for a, 3-hour run. This is me. So much time you spend for yourself and all that. I'm just giving you my example right now. You might hear that guilt from others. Guess what it is? Folks, it's the same thing. They are not used to you being this way. It's either your brain or somebody else's brain have been relating to you as old you, and now you're doing something new. Whatever it is still the human brain that is not used to it. And it's going to sabotage you and tell you to go back to your old ways, because that's what the brain knows. Isn't it interesting? And you know that you are doing the right thing. You know that this is the self-care activities you have to do. How do you not feel guilty? Well, first of all, let's just get it out of the way. You will feel guilty because, as I mentioned, it's automatic thought, emotion that is going to be there. And you know that this is what you have to do. Number one, folks, I have to say it, set boundaries. What is that boundaries? It's actually knowing what is there too. Non-negotiable and negotiable boundaries. Let's talk real quick. Non-negotiable boundaries. It's all about you, how you prioritize your self-care. For me, do not mess with my sleep. Number one, and I coach everyone, you take care of your sleep. You want to lose weight? Sleep. Stress, sleep. Anxiety, sleep. Overwhelmed, sleep. This is non-negotiable for me. 8 hours of sleep, 7.5. What's also non-negotiable for me? Meditation twice a day. For some of you, you might say movement, nutrition, certain way. It's your way that you say, I'm doing this. It's non-negotiable. The other self-care can be negotiable. For me, for example, I take care of myself in the morning, so evening can be actually negotiable. I can say, okay, everybody's having pasta, here's the salad on the table. I can implement and play with my nutrition. I can go, as I did yesterday, for a fast run, really fast, where 15-20 minutes is enough, and be still happy about that, versus 2-hour walk or run. But it's just my personal example. It's up to you how you find which ways are really non-negotiable and which ways are negotiable. And folks, there's always, you can say no. You can acknowledge, you can thank for the invitation. You can say right now, this is just not what my body needs. And you can either give another yes, suggest another idea, or just no. Setting boundaries is really important. Be strong, especially when you start a new routine. And time is everything. It does take time to build new habits. Guilt will be there, acknowledge it, and take your action anyway. Jane, I feel guilty for not working enough, but I have had a interesting, I've never heard this word here. I am not talking about the virus, it's talking about the TV interviews trial, visiting my mom, and she has slowly passing away. Sorry to hear that. Missed where I was reading. Allwood in Iowa, live in Texas. I had 2 days during the trial to visit my mom, even during my death. I'm sorry, I'm just zooming through. It's a long message. Okay, so you're feeling guilty for not working. Okay, feel free to connect with me. I will be very happy to have that conversation with you. This is a very quick, short introduction to the conversation, why am I feeling guilty? All right, folks, if you like topics like this, I did put a link on the top for email updates. I also upload those videos into the YouTube channel, and feel free to join our Facebook group, Friends and Health. Thank you for your comments. Again, feel free to connect with me. Just send me a personal message, and I will see you in the community.